ongoing culture of telling stories which continues to this day. We meet tonight on the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations, and we pay our respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land.
Hello there, and welcome to 5 Foot Step. My name is Brendan, and I'll be your DM this evening. We're going to be playing a D&D Adventurers League module tonight, but before the camera started rolling, I spoke to the players about the lines and veils, and they shared with me anything that they needed to be aware of in tonight's game, so that we can all have a safe and fun playing time tonight. Sailing into the living storm known as Yoto's Fury. Our brave heroes last week daringly navigated their way to a glacier in the eye of the storm. There they fought a long-forsaken Death Knight and a cohort at the site of a profane ritual to warp all those who undertook it and allow them to live under the sea forever. However, the greatest threat is still yet to come beneath the waves. Before we launch in, we're going to be playing Beneath Salt and Stone today, which is a module that I co-wrote with Siobhan, who played earlier in the season. So I hope you all enjoy it. But before we launch into it, I do want to just do a little bit of an introduction. Some of you were here last week, and this will kind of more or less follow on directly from last episode. But Donna hasn't been here in a little while. Scheduling-wise, it kind of worked out that you kind of played right at the start of the season and right at the end. So we'll have a little bit of catching up to do for both Donna and also for Jindy in terms of what she's up to. But let's do a little bit of a character introduction of who you're playing this evening. Everyone who maybe is tuning in for the first time this season. Would be wild if they decided to tune in for the first time for the finale, but it definitely could happen. And it will still make sense. I promise it'll still make sense. But yeah, can we do a little bit of a round table? We'll go around and introduce our characters, and then we'll launch back into the narrative. Can we start with Mitch?
Hello, my name is Mitch. This evening I'll be playing Yagrima, Windspeaker, Yaltalongrisha. You can call them Yagrima for short. They are a druid of the seas. They like to immerse themselves within the wild, wet waters and the windswept. I'm running out of W words, but it's really, really good. That's all I can say.
Fantastic, thank you.
I'm Ari, and I'm playing Dirty Trixie. Full name is Beatrix Undergallows, but nobody ever calls her Beatrix. Soul Knife Rogue, halfling, and I sort of gave the backstory last week, but Beatrix is my character from when I'm a DM, and the players need to go shopping at 2 a.m. So she runs a little back alley fixer service in Waterdeep. And,
coat business.
Yeah, coat business.
Remember this? Yep.
In fact, I think, yes, but last season it turns out those coats belong to someone important. And so Dirty Trixie's on the lam currently, fleeing from the authorities by hopping aboard the Cutlass. So here we find ourselves. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Alrighty. Well, I'm Mike. I'm going to be playing Talarian Alundor, the great sage and scholar, treasure hunter, sea elf from the waters beneath Waterdeep, and his list of accolades goes on. Talarian's just, been chilling out on the ship doing his thing.
Awesome.
And I'm Donna. Today I'm playing Jindy Brightstrike, who is a elf ranger. So, like many rangers, she's often just dressed in comfy clothing. The most distinctive thing about Jindy, though, is that she has a hip-high dog who, almost never leaves her side, imaginatively called Puppy.
Nice.
Fantastic. So we saw Jindy on board the Cutlass when you went to the Salty Mast.
Yep.
and you saw this kind of demi-plane version of Ithal, and then you returned to the ship. But obviously, there was a little bit of stuff going on. And there's been a lot of stuff this season, which has to some degree happened off camera. That we've had a group of 9 or 10 adventurers who have been, at times off camera doing other bits and pieces, which we'll touch on a little bit during this introduction. What has Jindy been up to since we last saw her? Probably in like the few weeks.
It would be a little while.
Yeah.
Jindy, at one point when we docked, probably for supplies or something, heard a rumor about a magnificent beast. So again, as a character who loves animals, she wanted to go find this magnificent beast and see what it was all about. So she, left the ship, went on a good old trek, and eventually discovered that. It was a farmer's cow painted pink. It was magnificent.
Yeah.
It was a beast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's technically true.
But she met nice people along the way.
Yeah. Met some
and taught puppies some new tricks.
I hear cows are actually the dugongs of the land.
I think that is also technically true.
So she came back, heard where you would be again, came back and decided that. Rather than rumours, she might as well hang out with some, folks that she knows.
Yeah.
Finds interesting things to do.
Yeah, because I think that, we've been seeing these, different parts of the story of you kind of finding out about Yotur and the Dark Tide and everything that's been going on. But it has kind of, been happening in bits and pieces across the time. There would have been times where you were, visiting different islands in the Northlander Isles and trying to find the next clue and things like that. But you do find yourselves now having followed up on a bunch of those clues in the heart of the storm known as Yotur's Fury. In the relatively calm center of the storm, you can see off in the distance, the violent clouds, the churning seas and so forth, and then this weird little kind of circle of like a mile or so kind of around the iceberg where it's relatively calm. And some of you will be returning from the iceberg having just fought Makia on the ritual site where a lot of the pirates of the Dark Tide have been given gills and the ability to go underwater, and found that many of them have been sinking down below the sea to go to the lost city of Ithal. So we return to this probably with Jindy already on board, with the others coming back up onto the ship, having I guess these two coming back up, and Talarian probably already assisting with some of what's been happening on board. You can see that the crew are kind of in the process of lashing the cutlass to the iceberg in some way so that it doesn't kind of drift back into the storm, as best you can without actually kind of scuttling the ship, securing it to the iceberg. But Captain Aurora, when everything has been securely moored, calls for you all to kind of return back to the ship. And overhead, the skies are eerily clear. There's a few rays of sunshine even that beam down upon the vessel. But still all around kind of the periphery, dark clouds, thunder and howling wind whips the waters into a fury. Well, we're here for the long haul, says First Mate Cirrus, as he takes a seat on a nearby barrel. And Aurora comes down the steps to you all and says, "All right, best not dally then, all hands on deck." And calls for each of you to ready your things and prepare to report to the main deck for your briefing. And she tells you, "We've been in touch while you've been gone with the agents of the Mistborn that have been dealing with this case. Thanks to Talarian and some of the others, we've been able to take some readings and with a little bit of deduction, the Mistborn agents in charge of this case have given us some troubling information. We believe that much of the Dark Tide fleet is already, at least the important ones, below the waves. There appears to be some kind of ritual already happening in the lost city of Ithal, which we now believe to be directly below where we are on the floor of the sea. But, unfortunately that ritual is already in progress, and, while it must be stopped, it doesn't appear that it will be easy to do so. Unfortunately, we've also seen that there are still raiding ships, stragglers of the Dark Tide. And, well, we don't know if anyone else will arrive. So half of the crew will stay here to protect the ship. Well, you four will sink below the surface and try and put an end to this ritual. Based on the information that we have, the cult seem to be trying to summon something. We believe the children of the great serpent, Yotur. They believe that based on what the captured pirates were able to tell us previously, that it will usher in some kind of new age of the world, some drowning of the lands. But, well, hopefully we can put a stop to it. I don't particularly want to be sailing forever with no port to go to. Are there any questions?
I mean, one little question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really breathe underwater, so
Yeah, I was like,
can
how
someone
are we
else
down
volunteer? Is anyone else,
Yagrima will be able to offer means of breathing underwater for those who are interested.
Okay.
there? Okay.
Serious.
Hang on, you're not turning me into a dugong, because...
There'll be no transmutation magic in that fashion,
All right.
but it might involve consuming some.
Well,
delicacies.
we've already been there. Yeah, that's fine.
Fantastic. Sirius
You
will also offer.
People ever heard of kippers? You know, they come in a can.
Sirius will also offer that he's also capable of casting water breathing if you need him to. But if you have a preferred method, you're welcome to do that.
Yagrima has a much more colourful way of casting it, so
Awesome.
probably.
That was my only outstanding question.
Fantastic. But Aurora will tell you that that based on, especially I think probably Talarian, you were probably instrumental in finding out a lot of this information. You think that the ritual is so far ahead in its progress that it's more or less encased the center of the city in an impenetrable bubble. You won't be able to, when you get to the seafloor, get in straight away, but there will be a crucial point in the ritual where it will become permeable and you will be able to actually get into the center of the city. However, in the meantime, it seems to also be affecting the area surrounding, beneath the surface and in the outskirts of Ithel. So there may be other threats that you have to deal with before you can get there. However, maybe, it seems to be quite complex. There might be things that you can accomplish which will make things easier for you when the time comes that you can actually get inside into the center of the city and the source of the ritual.
Exciting.
As a reward, the Mistmen have promised 50,000 gold pieces for putting an end to the threat. There's a lot on the line.
It's a lot of gold.
That will buy Lord Neverember's nephew a lot more coats. That one.
Now, I think that the other important piece of business that we have is that we have a little bit of competition for the affection of Bartholomew.
It's not a competition.
There's been a little bit of controversy about, I think we've established that Yagrima and Bartholomew are best buds, but also, Jindy has a way with animals, and probably, would have spent some time with Bart as well.
He doesn't take tricks it doesn't learn tricks as well as Puppy, of course. But
I believe Bartholomew's intellectual capacity is too great for these
for
kind of
mere tricks, is that what's going on?
mere tricks. Yes,
He's insulted by the...
a little bit. Yeah.
It's like, you really want me to do that?
Come back when you want to discuss Elminster and Mordecai and things like that.
Okay.
Well,
I was trying for sit.
how do you think that this, given this little bit of rivalry, how do you think this has kind of played out? Who do you think is currently the one that Bart is giving attention to?
You.
Oh no, sometimes if you got a dog and it's getting too much attention from a small child, it's I don't really want any.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say roll off. is the only way to decide.
I think that's fair. You know, maybe I think it's just whatever. You know, most recently,
Well,
like,
maybe it is like a cat where you know the cats always follow people around who don't like cats.
yeah.
So maybe Bart is following me around a bit because I'm paying all my attention to to Puppy and trying to do tricks.
It's true. There might be a little bit of jealousy
Yeah.
involved.
Okay. Are we doing like an animal handling role?
Well, whatever you think is appropriate for, you know, what's happening right now, in terms of who his attention is on at this exact moment. What do you think it would be?
I'm going for animal
animal
handling.
handling?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's-
Yeah, I think we should do the same.
These are the important roles
Yeah.
that happen in the finale of.
Yeah.
Do you get the Brendan
up the
bonus for
dice.
spending a expendable resource to get advantage?
It depends on what it is. Like, I mean, if it's something narratively important, it might get advantage on.
22.
26!
Oh. So maybe he was hanging out with you a little bit in the morning, but most recently, you know, he's seen his best bud. And as he makes his way over to you and gives you a little headbutt, he will give you a D6 bardic inspiration.
I accept. Thank you so much.
You can use within the next hour.
Yagrima probably spent the morning off the ship anyway. They had to do a bit of like shopping. One for their hero's feast, but also for their water breathing
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
ritual that they were offering as well. So, you know, a few things had to be collected, and, you know, with a bit of time, we can come back and we can prepare that.
Yeah, yeah.
When it's
I mean,
appropriate.
any preparations that you want to do. Basically, at this point in time, you know, do you have any questions? Do you have anything that you want to pre-prepare before? Because basically what Aurora will tell you is that, you know, time is running short. The ritual is already in place. At some point in the near future, it will become active. It's kind of in its like warm-up phase at this point in time. And so anything that you can achieve between now and when you can actually try and put a stop to them will be helpful. But to do that, you will have to go off the ship and below the surface and try and get to the lost city of Ithel. So
Before we go down, Jindy will cast Aid on her 3 companions, which is 5 hit point maximum increase.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Might just be, you know, what we need sometimes.
And you can see all of the other like adventurers that are, you know, kind of off screen for this episode that are kind of preparing, you know, to protect the ship in case anyone else turns up. Astrid is there, like, you know, weighing up the new glaive that she got and the old one, trying to, you know, do a couple of practice swings to see which one's better. You know, everyone else is kind of.
Is a choice made?
I think she's sticking with the new one.
Can you
She's
dual
gonna give the
glaive?
new one
Is that a thing?
dual glaive? Yeah, I think it's a little bit impractical, but
Still looks cool, right?
you know, she'll just switch one off the back and go back to the other one.
I'll let you. So it's called Psychic Whispers, but I spend one of the psionic energy die, and everyone gets to psychically communicate with me when you're within. I think it's like 500 feet.
Oh, that's quite a good distance.
Just bear in mind that the WhatsApp group has one.
we communicate with us all or just with you?
Everyone's
Yeah.
in the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's one administrator though, and I get to kick.
Okay.
Do like spam bots like come in asking us to join their...
No, I can only add like a certain number of creatures.
Okay,
so
yep, okay, cool.
curtail it, yeah.
If I may, on that point, I was planning on casting Rary's telepathic bond.
Oh, so we get double layers.
Double. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, you can switch between two. You got two channels.
Two channels.
Yeah.
So you can designate one as
Yeah.
like, you know, the chat channel, and the one that's the important.
It's like the it's the DDL
The
Discord.
memes channel.
Yeah.
So the reason I specifically wanted to do this is it allows me to do up to 8 creatures, which
Yeah.
means I could include Captain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You
Is
can
there
give-
anyone else on board that you want to also include?
Is Bart willing?
Yeah. But yeah.
You want a goat in the main channel the entire time. All right. Yeah.
Who else? Aurora, us 4, Bart. That's plenty. That's fine.
Not even Cirrus.
Yeah, yeah, it's fair. I mean, I think you probably want to keep in touch with, you know, the ship above, find out if anything is going wrong or anything like that. If they can give you any, you know, any help, they will.
So pertinent question. Like, we saw, you know, out of character, we saw the ritual sort of taking place last week. Like, what's the plan? Do you guys have like a magical what's it or something that we blow when we get down there, or is it just like we get Magic Boy to do his thing? Like, what we do once we get there?
What you're expecting to see when you get there is they believe that there is in the very center of the lost city, the sunken city of Ithel, there is another, like, you know, the big daddy ritual going on. What you saw on the iceberg was kind of their preparation, was the transformation for them to be able to make them live under the sea and go down to Ithel to be part of this, this.
Yeah, but
final-
my question was like, and out of character because the second half is next week, so I don't really need specifics. But like, what do we do once we get down there?
So there will probably be, they believe, things that you may be able to do to alter the ritual or sabotage it before it gets to.
Just whatever you can do not to make it work.
Yeah, more or less.
Tickle cultists.
Yeah, you probably have
really disrupts
you probably
them.
have about an hour or so before it kind of reaches that point. They don't have an exact time before it reaches the point where the summoning becomes active and they start summoning the children of Yotor into this world. And at that point in time, the bubble over the city will become permeable.
Oh, it's at that point, right? Cool.
And you'll be able to enter in and try and put a stop to them. But until then, you're kind of like trapped on the outskirts of Ithel. But they believe there may be things that you can do to affect the ritual or give yourself an advantage before you get in.
Okay, sure.
Potentially. That's really all that they can do at this point in time because there's no magical way to get in that they're aware of. But maybe you'll be able to find out more when you get to the seafloor.
And worst case scenario, we just carpet bomb the place with fireballs.
Yeah,
Okay.
checks out.
All good. Any other preparations, spells that you want to precast or anything?
Yeah.
How's this water ritual look?
So we, you see, like Yagrima just pull like a random lever on one of the masts. Who knows where it's come from? It just, and all of a sudden, like this panel of wood like sinks and then is replaced with one with like a standing cauldron, and like there's these jellyfish that are bubbling within the cauldron, and there's like an 11-minute process that goes on, and effectively some jellyfish dumplings are made that are passed around to up to.
I thought this would be a lot worse than dumplings.
It's coming.
Oh.
No, but so you'll be able to water breathe for 24 hours, thanks to these lovely, delicious, kind of spicy jellyfish dumplings. And if you'll have allowed it, no, obviously we can't go directly beneath us, but I think while Yagrima was swimming, they've picked up some hot gossip that like there was the carcass of a dragon turtle some ways away, like on the surface of the, not surface, on the floor of the sea. So we've gone and kind of harvested some of that.
Yeah.
So we're coming back and we're kind of doing this real nice collection of like hot pot dragon stew.
Oh.
I'm a little bit concerned because once Bart gets the taste of dragon, there's going to be some changes, I think, and there'll be certain standards that are probably not going to be met in the future.
Never the same again.
Never the same
once you
again.
taste a dragon.
But yeah, Dragon Turtle Hot Pot, I think, is
Yeah.
the hero's feast.
Fantastic.
So hero's feast, we get 2d10 worth of hit points to on top of our aid.
On top of the little bit of aid.
Yeah,
Hey, it all adds up.
it's a total of 9 for your max hit points.
Sweet.
So 14 altogether with the aid. And you are immune to the frightened and poisoned conditions.
Nice.
And I'm over 100, so power word kill.
Damn.
Not quite. Yeah.
No fright, no poison.
What do I get for aid?
5.
5 hit points.
5 here.
Alright.
Yeah.
There's only a little one.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll find out that 5 hit points is exactly what we need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with your spells all cast, your belly's full, your equipment all prepared, all that remains is for you to leap overboard. Is there anything else you want to do before you leave the ship? For perhaps the last time.
Wow.
I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. One by one, you leap into the sea. It is.
Who dives like
Oh,
in a beautiful dive and who just goes in a bomb?
Yeah. What does it look like? What
Yeah.
Who's
I'm definitely the Victorian
who's doing
era
the
sailor that
spoon,
actually doesn't know how to
who's
swim.
the, belly flop?
It's just like
Pencil dive.
yeah,
Real
exactly.
Rigid.
Yeah.
Really rigid. Like
Like bathing cap, like
I've got a top hat still on. Yeah.
the big one piece like
Yeah.
bathing suit. Yeah, fantastic.
I think Talarian, he does the very classical diver where he like slips through the water without a single splash. It's
All right, I think we need to roll something for that.
All right.
Give me.
Athletics?
That's probably either athletics or acrobatics.
well, I mean, I'm going to go acrobatics.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Probably better at that.
How good does the spin look? What's the splash?
5?
It's It's
like Jar
actually
Jar?
like the ship is a little bit lower down than you were expecting, and you go for like the flip, you tuck in, and then just boom, hit your back hits the icy water. There is a moment of like immediate shock as to your system as it is freezing cold, and a little maybe whimper as you sink under the water.
You don't get a passive arcana of 21 without ignoring some other aspect.
Fantastic. But one by one, you start to sink beneath the waves, and the water quickly engulfs you. The swirling underwater currents buffet you as you start to sink down. While it's relatively calm on the surface, it is actually kind of a little bit of a maelstrom as you sink down below the surface where the cutlass is. And this will kind of represent, like, over the course of like several minutes, probably 10, 15 minutes of because it's the ocean floor. It's not, it's not, super close. But eventually you start to see, as you kind of sink down into the darkness, a pinprick of light deep below you, guiding your descent down to the floor. It's a kind of glowing, vibrant orange torch in the darkness that grows steadily just a little larger as the moments pass, but ominously like the glowing lure of some deep-sea predator. Out of nowhere, suddenly out of the darkness, a school of fish surge up into your path as larger sea creatures follow them, sharks, whales, and unspeakable beasts of the deep. They appear as if they're being pulled by strong currents that have churned the sea into a maelstrom. They're not alone, however. Directly ahead of you, the hulking forms of long, wrecked ships stretch out before you in an arching line, tracing a slow perimeter around whatever lurks below like a barrier. Each of you are plummeting towards them on a rapid collision course. What would you like to do? What's your first kind of reaction? And it's not necessarily a momentary thing. It'll probably take you, over the course of 30 seconds to a minute to kind of get through these things that are in your way. So it's not just a matter of necessarily like one thing, but like what is the thing that you do that kind of represents how you react to this situation? Is it some kind of skill check? Are you casting a spell? What do you think your reaction to it is?
I think Talarian would go into a blade song, which gives advantage on acrobatics, and just use it to kind of like navigate the flow.
Awesome. So there's a bunch of, obstacles in your way, the living obstacles as well as the, carcasses of ships and so forth that have long since sunk. So if you're trying to, kind of dodge them in your blade song form, give me an acrobatics check at advantage.
Oh, slightly better. That is 14.
14. 14 is not quite enough, unfortunately. You get past some of the smaller, like, schools of fish, and even kind of underneath a whale before, boom, in the back with like the mast of a ship that has kind of come up out of the darkness to strike you, and you will take 14 bludgeoning damage, but you kind of are swirled around by it and still manage to kind of get past. You are past that obstacle.
That is the exact amount of the max HP.
You're welcome.
What about the rest of you?
Jindy is going to grab Puppy, because, Puppy's
Yeah,
with
yeah.
us, hold her around the neck, and really just like try to get an idea of the patterns and what's around, like really looking so that we can both kind of move around and
plot a path.
Yeah. If that's kind of possible.
Yeah. Do you think this is maybe like survival or perception?
This is definitely perception.
All right,
Yeah,
go for
she's really, without saying it, she's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
like honing in on that vision of
Absolutely.
where is everything.
All right, give me a perception check.
Oh my goodness. 15.
15.
Yeah.
15 again is not quite enough, unfortunately. You get maybe a little bit further. You even kind of like run across like the wrecked ship that struck Talarian, but there is just this like last manta ray that just barrels into you on the other side, and you take, oh boy, that's some decent damage. That's 17 bludgeoning damage.
Whoa, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, I rolled max on 2 of those dice. But you do make it to the other side, a little bit worse for wear.
Subtract.
What about this side of the table?
Does Puppy take the same?
Oh, you roll something for Puppy as well.
Okay.
If you want to, I will
me
say
do-
because you're guiding Puppy, you can do Puppies at advantage.
Okay.
It could be, you know, any skill that makes sense for Puppy, like
Yeah, let's give Puppy a dex-based skill, like the
Yeah.
ability to kind of dive around. Oh, look at that. 2 1s.
Oh,
2 of them.
Oh,
Advantage gives
yeah.
me, and so anyway, that would be a 3. All right.
yeah, I think that you know when you're struck,
Puppy.
kind of comes free, and at one point in time, like kind of ends up in like the what's the in like a baleen whale or whatever, kind of ends up in like that kind of grill of the whale and kind of like battered around. Doesn't thankfully get sucked in, but still okay. I didn't roll too badly. 7 bludgeoning damage.
Did Puppy get Hero's Feast as well, or is it limited numbers?
It's limited to 10, I believe it is. 10 or 12.
People. But so-
Creatures, really.
yeah, so,
Oh, yeah,
so
okay.
Puppy could have been
okay,
involved.
so
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
add Puppies
As
up
long
and
as
then...
Puppy's willing to eat the dragon turtle.
Oh, yeah,
like, hot
totally.
pot.
Oh, absolutely. She's there first.
I was imagining more like a
Sorry,
takoyaki.
7.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Same dice as your 17. They just rolled real low. All right. But you're on the other side of it. What about you?
12 creatures.
I mean, not to bring the class war into it or anything like that. Book boy over there with his elven dancing and singing and all of that stuff. you
Yeah.
know, sometimes you just got to do what you do on the streets. I'll make the same acrobatics check.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say I am. I don't know how. Just because it's an ability I'm not really going to use.
Yeah.
Soul Knife gets a really cool ability where if you're not going to make it, you can chuck the knife ahead of you and embed it into something.
Oh,
and then
nice.
Teleport the extra
That's
40
awesome.
feet.
Oh, yeah, nice.
If I spend a Sonic dice, can I have advantage or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
So at some point
yeah,
I'll
I will
pull that
give you
nonsense out.
if you want to spend a psionic dice to do that and narrate kind of what it looks like, then
But we'll see if we pass or not.
I'll give you
first of all.
advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's pretty good. That's a nice clean 30.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfectly. Like you like run up the back of the whale, you spin through this little school of fish, you go through like the porthole of a ship and kind of come out the big hole in the other side, and there's a moment when you're about to get struck
He's not
by
gonna
something.
make it. He's
you
not gonna make it.
Throw the dagger and appear on the other side, clear and free. Fantastic.
There you go.
That's cool.
Yagrima.
Speaking of takoyaki, you see Yagrima's becomes temporarily amorphous as their arms and their legs just divide into 2 each. So there's 8 limbs and they wild shape into a giant octopus.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, I will give you advantage on something because you now have a swim speed. You're you're kind of in with the school of creatures and stuff that are here. What do you want to? Is this like athletics, or to swim, or?
Look, yeah, I can scare off some of the other animals.
Yeah.
I can tug on some of the sharks' tails and send them flying or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, you know how octopuses are just octopi,
Menace.
absolute menace, but they
Yeah.
can just go through the tiniest.
Yeah,
little
squish through
crevices.
everything. Yeah, that makes
Maybe
sense.
we can do some of that.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
I can even apparently incloud.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, well, some combination of all of those
Yes.
things. Well, look, you did spend a spell slot to do that.
A
right?
wild shape, yeah.
A wild shape. I think I would say if you spend a spell slot, I would give it like a pass. But I think that with a class resource, I will give you advantage for
Love it.
something. Yeah.
All right, so what can I do? Maybe we can do...
Just to keep it consistent with what I did with everyone else.
Yeah, no, for sure. Maybe some kind of... I've already done... Animal handling to kind of literally handle the animals away from maybe some of my party
Yeah,
members.
yeah, go for it.
Literal, like, and can I
Yeah.
use the bardic inspiration
Absolutely.
from...
Well, you can add it if you fail, if you want to. Like, I think technically that's the way it's worded now.
Okay, yep.
So
Oh, it's actual bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
It's got a
it's-
couple extra A's.
yeah.
Excellent. So that is a 24.
Fantastic. Yeah, easy. So you don't have to spend the bardic. You can make your way through. What is it? You know, what does the path look like for the octopus? What's the journey?
You know how, like, you see, like, those montages of apes swinging through the jungles? It's literally that, but, like, octopus swinging through different, like, sea creatures with their, like, extended tentacles. And then all of a sudden, like, they're Spider-Maning through, like, this tiny little, like, crevice of a sunken ship or something like that.
Yeah, pops out of the porthole, gets a ride on the back of something else.
Exactly, yep.
Awesome. As you all get to the other side and progress a little deeper, the water becomes a relentless force, pulling you in every direction. The current tugs at you mercilessly, attempting to drag you away from your destination with unyielding strength, and dark swirling eddies twist around you, trying to guide you off course, as if conspiring to pull you into the unknown. What do you think you can kind of do to fight against the current to stay on course and not end up somewhere else?
Talarian has a swim speed, for one.
Yeah.
Talarian is also happy to just dimension door past the blockage.
You can do that too. Yeah, you can just get 500 feet down if you want to.
And would someone like to come with me? And you take
And maybe someone who doesn't feel like they're going to do particularly well at this section.
Yeah, I'm not a big swimmer. After invoking the class war, though, I'm not sure Talarian will help me.
You might have to apologize.
No, we're all on the same team. It's fine.
Okay, well,
So if Trixie is willing,
bees knees, yeah.
dimension door, we're out of there.
Fantastic. You appear on the other side.
Oh, you're still an octopus.
I'm large size as well.
yeah,
so
yeah.
you
Can we just grab onto your tentacles?
Sure.
Like, you know, grab really tight.
It's got a real Pixar movie vibe to it.
Dog under one arm, tentacle under the other.
Giant octopus.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. If you want to try and kind of fight against the current, is this survival? Is this like athletics? How do you go about it?
If you are offering me a survival, I will absolutely happily take that.
All right. Let's do survival. And
Actually, as an octopus, my strength isn't that bad,
yeah.
but survival's still better.
But I'll say because you have a swim speed, I will give you advantage.
Love it. That is a 26.
Nice, fantastic. You kind of push against that. It is nothing to you. You know, you glide through with.
Yeah, that was
with
the
Trixie and
easiest.
Puppy
Like,
on,
yep,
in
just
tow.
holding on.
Fantastic. And finally, when you catch up eventually to the other two that made their way a little bit deeper, maybe there's still a little bit of distance between you all. Finally, as you sink deeper into the ocean's embrace, an overwhelming pressure builds around you. The water grows colder and darker and more oppressive the deeper you get. The crushing weight seems to pull at your very bones as the ocean is trying to drag you into its depths. The force is inescapable, pressing relentlessly against your body as you descend further into the dark abyss. Can I get everyone to make me a Constitution save to deal with the pressure?
Because I don't have bones, can I do this with advantage?
That's a good point. I will. What? I think that you are probably uniquely set up to be good at this. I think you can do it with advantage due to
Thanks.
lack of bones. That's pretty good either way.
Yeah.
What'd you guys get?
1.
Fantastic.
Hang on, I must add something to that. 3.
All right, and for Puppy as well.
Puppy got 11.
11. You and Puppy both gain a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
So in the way it works now
Yeah, I can't remember
is
exhaust-
it's two. It's -2 from any of your rolls.
Okay.
And your speed is reduced by 5 feet.
Okay.
Per level of exhaustion. If you get to 6, you die.
Yeah.
Some things don't change. Though.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's 14 for me, unfortunately.
14. Again, you also gain a level of exhaustion, unfortunately. What are you guys?
25.
25. You're okay. You're dealing well with the pressure, probably unsurprisingly.
19.
19. It's unpleasant, but you're a hardy one, and you're sticking it out. You don't gain a level of exhaustion. Fantastic. How are you? How are you feeling on this journey? You think you must be getting pretty close now.
Yeah, can we see anything yet?
Yeah, you're starting to, in the next few moments, you think you will kind of reach the seafloor. You're starting to kind of see, like the signs. It's tricky because obviously it's been down here a long time, but you can start to see like wreckage on the seafloor, things which look like they must have been like something from a civilization, maybe a bit of ruin, a bit of stone that looks like it's been worked or anything, but you haven't quite set down just yet. But
Yeah, so we don't see a great big shimmering impermeable bubble yet.
No, actually, that is a good point. That is the thing that has been kind of glowing. That's kind of been guiding you down, and you will start to see that as you start to
Well, this is really deep, right? Because Dimension Door is 500 feet.
Yeah,
So
very deep. This is out in the middle of the ocean. Below
the glass of my Submariner is cracked.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh no.
Finally, with a cloud of sediment kicked up beneath you, your feet touch down on the rocky seafloor. A speckled carpet of reef and algae stretching out before you, now covering what was once the outskirts of a great city. In the distance, the gargantuan glowing yellow bubble envelops the central district of the long-lost city of Ithal. Through the semi-translucent sheen, you can see tall, mossy buildings, stone plazas, and time-worn statues that once was the heart of an ancient civilization. All around you, however, is an array of activity. You are not alone out here in the city. I will describe all that to you, however, after the break. We will take a quick break and we will be right back. Thanks so much.
Welcome to 5 or 8, a brand new 6-part series exploring the wonderful world of board games. Each week I'll offer recommendations, we'll check out some great events and venues around Melbourne, and I'll chat to some fascinating folk over a game. Join us soon.
I actually also have a swim speed.
Because you're an octopus, or
Outside my octopus.
oh right, druids just get one.
I think we're on.
Oh right,
I think we're on.
sorry.
I think
Sorry, talking about swimming.
No, that's all right. We're talking about swim speeds. Welcome back, everyone. So as you sat down on the sea floor, you can kind of see this array of everything kind of on the outskirts of the city, lost city of Ithal. You can see some of that debris that I talked about, but as you kind of get closer and closer, you can kind of start to see things which were clearly at some point in time things that were part of the island. There's wrecks, there's bones, there's things down here that make it obvious that you have found some semblance of an ancient civilization. All around this kind of shining barrier in the distance that you can see on like the inner side of the city is still that huge kind of glowing yellow that kind of bathes everything in this sickly light. Is all of this on the outskirts of the city? There's kind of a lot of activity that you spot as you kind of scan around the horizon and make your way around. Above the bubble, you can see the swirling form of a serpentine creature circling and snapping back, waiting to be let into the summoning site. Just as you can't get in, also it can't as well. Nearby, a small school of creatures has formed and is similarly waiting to enter. They appear to have once been sharks, their skeletal forms now reanimated by the ritual in place. Outside the barrier, covering the city, one tall tower, you can see over in the corner there, still stands, and a spiderweb of arcane energy arcs out from the top of the tower to the bubble and seems to be connecting it in some way, that barrier that's preventing you from getting into the inner city. I will give you in a second a handout that has all this stuff on it, so don't worry.
I just always
about
make
writing
notes
it.
anyway.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Feel free to write it down.
Good player, excellent.
Yeah.
But because I know there's a lot of stuff. But while on the other side of the city, there seems to be a faint glow emanating from some kind of little rocky outcrop. It looks like some kind of like squat building maybe, or at least at one point in time it was, or maybe just some kind of grotto. Finally, nearby on the sea floor, some creatures appear to be tentatively looking on with horror. There's a towering storm giant woman that stands arms crossed on a rocky outcrop watching what's happening in the center. And hiding behind a large patch of coral nearby is a tiny piscine creature that eyes you nervously. So I'm going to give you these handouts, which kind of just more or less say on there what I just mentioned, so that you can kind of get an idea of like what you think.
Thank you.
Is that an actual storm giant?
Seems to be a real, actual storm giant who is, kind of. So all of this is kind of abstracting an area which is, kind of several miles of the outskirts of an island. But you can see a lot of these things in the distance. You can see that, these are kind of the obvious points of interest as you scout around. You know that you can't get into the bubble yet, but that doesn't mean that you can't necessarily go up and have a look at it or do anything that you want to do. But these are the 6 kind of obvious points of interest. There's the two that I mentioned, the big kind of serpent that looks like it's kind of trying to get into the ritual, the pack of sharks, there's the tower and the grotto, and there's the storm giant and the Sahugan that's nearby.
Is the storm giant alone, or are there other people with the storm?
Seems to be alone, just kind of like, they don't seem to have necessarily noticed you. They're watching like the bubble in the distance, and they seem to be kind of not too pleased about it.
Well, I already know the one I want to go check out, but let's go around the table first.
I mean, for free,
No,
discuss
I mean,
what
you
what
tell
you
us
think,
what do
so,
you...
So these are, from what you can tell, things that you might be able to do to like gain some kind of advantage before. You know that at some point in the next hour or so, the bubble will become permeable and you'll be able to get into the inner city. But until then, maybe there's something that you can do to affect the ritual.
I sort of think maybe we do the talking, then the exploring, and then the stabbing.
Okay. That sounds like a fine way to approach
That's the title of my
the
self-
world.
self-
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, unless you've got different thoughts.
I'd like to meet this nervous Swagan.
Split the party.
No, I did that a couple of weeks ago. I never do it again.
Well, Yagrima is a descendant of cloud giants, so I don't know what the
Oh,
relationship
nice.
is like between storm giants and cloud giants, but I'm going to treat this person as like my
I don't know
almost
either. So
auntie
if
or
I get it
anything.
wrong,
Yeah.
you know, like,
So that's kind of where I'm leaning towards at the moment. But I'm also always happy to, make some serpentine.
Why don't we go Sahagwin, Storm Giant? I can sneak up to the tower or grotto and see what's inside.
Yeah, and I was interested in the tower and the.
and then we'll
grotto
go
too.
kill some
Yeah.
some undead sharks and stuff. Yeah,
all right. So which one are we going to first?
nervous Sahagwin.
All right. So as you turn and kind of make your way over, he is kind of like the closest thing to you. And if you want to pop him just kind of like maybe over here somewhere, hiding behind something, maybe a little bit further out so that the camera can see him. Yeah, there you go. As you approach this small, cowering creature nearby, you can see his round, glassy eyes go wide. No fight, just watching. No kill anchovy.
Oh, his name's Anchovy.
That is adorable. Do we get the sense that his name is Anchovy, or are there anchovies swimming
I don't
around?
see any anchovies swimming around.
Okay.
Talarian will just kind of look quizzically at Anchovy and just say, what's got you so frightened, young one? You seem rather nervous.
Yes, I'm Anchovy. People call me Annie. You can call me Annie. I used to live here in the city. It was city, yes, city. My people have been here for a long time, but then the surface dwellers, they come down, they hunt us. They use our blood, and they make us leave. I want to go home.
Well, we'll do what we can about that, but perhaps you could help us. We're seeking to get inside. Perhaps you know a little more about this place, this Ethal.
Yes, Ethel home. What?
Well, we could ask him about the tower and the grotto and all of the other landmarks that we've established.
What do you want to ask?
Well, I mean, there's a science boy, magic boy can tell you, but there's clearly some giant glowing abyss going on. I presume that wasn't there last week.
No, they came and started doing bad magic in the city. They fought us and made us leave, and I think they are doing something bad inside. If you look in, there is air inside.
No, right, okay. Does it have anything to do with the tower that's got all the light coming out of it?
This one, this is old worship place of Belcor. Belcor? Velcor?
Valcor.
I mean, canonically, let's just say he gets it incorrect, right?
He does. He also sounds like he constantly has a head cold.
I'm not the most familiar with Sahuagin. Are they more fish than humanoid, or more humanoid than fish?
They're a little sharky. In fact, you can see that he's kind of like nervously and like sadly eyeing like that pack of what look to have once been sharks that are kind of circling their way around one side of the bubble, and kind of like he just kind of looks forlornly at them. And
Can I make an insight? I've rolled 23 for insight.
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
on the level? Or is he doesn't, he's what he appears to be?
he seems scared,
Yeah.
and doesn't seem like he's.
By the way,
like,
if anyone's got the dice cam, it's because I rolled 10 for anything less than a
Yeah,
nine.
yeah.
just
It
to see
doesn't. It doesn't seem like he's holding anything back from you, at least from what you've asked so far. But yeah, he definitely. You get the sense that he is kind of like here spying on the place because he wants to get back in, but doesn't really know how.
Ginny will ask him if his family and friends are inside or outside.
We all had to leave.
So
anyone-
everybody's outside?
Anyone who stayed died.
If we help you, can you maybe come with us and help us if we can eventually get in? It
His
would
name's
be-
Anchovy. I don't think he's like, their hidden warrior.
Well, he might be.
Yeah.
I'm.
All stabbing
strong
helps.
warrior.
Okay. Right.
We can tell.
Numbers are good.
So the cultists are hunting the Sahuagin for their blood for this ritual, right? Do we get a sense that like Sahuagin blood is some kind of like delicacy that could be used?
Oh no.
Well, you actually just very recently, you were on the iceberg and you saw the ritual that Makia was performing, and from some of the other kind of information that you found out from some of the other like Dark Tide, like Erlan, the deserter, and all that kind of stuff, you would know that the Sahuagin blood is used as part of the ingredients of that ritual that gives them the gills and the ability to breathe underwater.
I'm trying to turn this podcast, this stream, into a out branch of Dungeon Meshi, just so you know.
Yeah.
Hang on.
What delicacies?
Hang
can we
on.
make?
It was not cool to eat the goat, but the Sahuagin, which appears to be sentient.
Bartholomew is sentient, you just can't speak his language.
Fair point.
Is this seafood only apparently?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Pescatarian.
But he will reach into his little bag. He's got a little satchel slung over, and pulls out this potion bottle and holds it out and says, "And he found this. Maybe help you."
I'd like to take a look at that, please.
It is a potion of lightning resistance.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, would anyone actually like to hold on to this, as I can just cast Absorb Elements?
Oh, I can cast Absorb Elements
Well.
too. So
I can cast Mage Hand, so please.
yeah.
That'd be great.
I'll,
You can use that to hold your new
Yeah,
potion.
yeah.
It just floats over.
Chekhov's potion.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fair point. You know any of the other local yokels? Like there's the big snake and there's the undead sharks.
The
Friends
snake
yours?
Turned up recently.
Yeah.
It, I think, came from the ritual. If you get close, it is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sharks were once my friends,
Oh no, cousin Fred.
but well, it makes me sad to see what has become of them now. They were all buried and place of great reverence, but they now are
Right. Yeah, okay.
dead.
Seeing as we're ticking off the list, point to the grotto and say, what's over there?
Some worship place.
Fialka as well?
Hole for Bitch Queen.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of her. Pity Alex not here this week. Do you want to ask about your cousin, the Storm Giant?
I can go ask the
Storm
Giant
Yeah,
themselves.
fair point.
I don't care for anchovy. I've said it. Send me hate whispers all you want.
Is it because of that that grung that betrayed us in season 1? Is that? I think it was the same. I think it was the same voice as well.
Would Doomer?
PTSD.
Probably. Yeah. I just seem to play the little guy in every season.
Yep.
I like anchovy. Seems like
He seems cool. He gave me a potion of lightning.
Seems on the level.
resistance,
But you can tell from looking at him, like he seems young, he seems, a little scrawny. He is definitely not the strongest warrior. He is carrying a spear, but he seems to kind of be here more spying on things than ready to fight.
Well, why don't we go talk to this storm giant? See, maybe that's a warrior we can.
You can enlist.
You want to make your way over to the storm giant?
Yes.
All right. So you can start to swim your way over as you get a little.
Are we talking storm giant or storm giant?
Storm giant.
Okay, cool.
My mini's
It
bigger.
is your answer.
Yeah, you swim over, and she is huge. She, towers over. She is maybe about the height that you get to in your biggest form, but maybe a little bit more kind of tall and slender, and then you are maybe a little bit shorter and stockier comparatively.
Not anymore, because I'm going to take the opportunity to bamf and bamf.
You meet her face to face on the same level. Oh no!
Oh, well, if there was an element of surprise. Now,
I mean, if they could see her, surely, like...
what's
What's one more?
What's one more giant between
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah.
And I will greet her in giant. I will speak to her. Greetings, Auntie. What do?
What's up? Yeah, you try to dap her up. You see, overlooking the barrier from the outskirts of the city is a towering, muscular woman. She grits her teeth and lightning crackles in her eyes as she turns towards you. As you approach, she spins to face you and brandishes her greatsword. You won't get away with this, surface dwellers. Her voice kind of booms out as she launches forward. She seems enraged. What's your reaction? What do you say to her?
I say, whoa, whoa, whoa. let's cool the what happens with let's ease the storm a little bit right
Yeah,
here. Let's talk from one calm cloud to a not so calm cloud. Let's
Yeah, she is definitely like not in like, she doesn't seem to be in like the best state of mind right now. So maybe you kind of caught her at a bad time. Give me a persuasion check. But if anyone wants to assist in any kind of way or anything, tell me what you're doing.
Talarian's just going to shout and just be like, "We are not allies of the Dark Tide. We have come to end them."
Okay. All right. So you can roll persuasion with advantage.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm big boy, right?
Yeah.
Big unit. That is a -1. That is a 10. Bardic inspiration.
All right. You can do your bardic inspiration.
That is a 13.
13 is shockingly not quite enough. She seems confused. She definitely didn't expect to turn around and see another giant.
Yeah.
But you are not her people in the
Yes.
most literal kind of way. And she will still.
Hang on.
What's that?
Oh no.
Yeah, she doesn't seem convinced that what you're saying is the truth. She is still not thinking straight, and I will get you all to roll initiative.
All right. No. Wow, terrible.
Do you still have like the thing from I ran it as a DM at one of the Fitzroy place. I didn't play it, but there's a Horn of Ithel. Like you can.
Oh yeah.
Does
yeah,
anyone
yeah.
have it?
Did
we bring it?
anyone? You played in that. That was the second adventure, the one that you played in.
Yeah.
That had a Horn of Valhalla.
The Horn of Valhalla. Yeah.
Right. Was that a Horn of Ithel?
That was the Horn.
I didn't write it down on my sheet
Yeah.
properly. I noticed it as I left it. I'm like,
So
oh, it's a
you
Valhalla.
could potentially have it, but I think that Jindy was the only one who was in that particular adventure. Okay.
What does it then do in this context, though?
Well, she might recognise that we're not,
Okay.
Dark Tide.
All right. So
Too late anyway.
so I will say she didn't roll particularly well. She is not thinking particularly straight. What did you guys get? Anything over 20? Okay, 4,
6.
6,
12.
12.
13. I thought that was going to be
Well,
bottom roll, and it was not.
in that regard, Trixie, you are the first to react. I will say, it's not. You could still potentially try and convince her. She's not, unconvincible at this point, but she didn't roll particularly well either. But it is going to be harder because she is now, launching towards you. She is running over with her sword in hand, ready to fight this other giant who she thinks is, here doing whatever this awful thing is to the city. You can fight her, or you can try and convince her of something. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm just looking at. I presume that from the sort of fact that we've been on the Cutlass, we all kind of have the same group knowledge about.
Yeah, you would have shared information. I would hope.
Okay, first of all, because I'm a coward,
Yeah.
I put up psychic fail, so phoom, I become invisible. So I'm just a disembodied voice now.
Yeah.
And then I think it's been a terrible misunderstanding. We're from the Mistborn. I think it's Mistborn, maybe Mistborn. It doesn't matter. No, we're here to fight the Dark Tide. We represent like the city of Ithel. We had a horn, but we lost it.
Okay, you can try and make a persuasion check. At the moment, you'll be doing it at disadvantage unless unless you have something you can do for it or try to assist in some
Well,
way.
I mean, I just have my usual cornucopia of nonsense.
Yeah.
Do you have your Mispin cloak that can billow in the wind?
I don't know if she knows what that is.
Only one way to find out.
1 sec. So with disadvantage, that is still not terrible. Sorry to whoever's administering the dice trays. I throw things, dice everywhere except the tray.
Yeah.
That's a persuasion, right?
Yeah, persuasion.
That's a 19.
19.
If I fail, I can roll on my dice. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, it is technically a fail at this point.
Okay, it's a 23.
That will get you over the line. What is the last little thing that you do that pushes it over the line? Because she was teetering on the you said a bunch of words that she does not understand.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the last little thing that kind of gives her a moment of pause?
Other than my charming
Yeah.
London accent. Yeah, look, I mean, technically it's not feasible because of the way D&D handles actions and bonus actions, but I have minor illusion.
Yeah.
So I'll just maybe pop up, the symbol, like I've seen it around the city or something.
Yeah. You kind of show your
The symbol of Valcor or Ithal or
Okay.
something like that. Yeah.
All right, no problem. So in that moment, as she gets up close, she has the sword raised over her head. She is about to bring it down, and then this little kind of bing, a little thing appears, and she looks down and kind of looks back at the others, looks back at you, and realizes you can see the confusion in her eyes kind of shifts for a moment, and she realizes, no wait, up close you don't look the same. I've seen a bunch of these pirates. You don't
Gills.
Yeah.
Well, except that one.
You don't look like you fit here. And she kind of huffs and then sticks her sword down into the sea floor and looks down at you all and says, "Why are you here then, if you are not part of this?"
We've come to stop the ritual, of course.
I don't know what can be done for this place now, but what can you do? What do you plan to do?
Well,
He's got a 21 Arcana.
first, I believe the plan is to investigate the area, see if there is a way in. If that little anchovy over there could give us some pointers, perhaps we could do that. And worst case scenario, we simply use our great adventurer talents to decimate the area with fireballs. I'm still really going for this option.
These surface dwellers, they come down here and they try to undo what was once done. This place was sunk for a reason. Do you know the legends of Yotur?
Yeah.
Kind
in
of
passing.
familiar.
Refresh our memories.
Anybody who wants to can watch the YouTubes of the
Yeah. Well, previously on. And she will tell you that eons ago, there was, a time before the gods that now are worshipped amongst the people. Before that, there was a time of elemental chaos. People worshipped, the storms. They worshipped, these great forces, and there was a period of time where there was a battle between these great titans of old, these elemental forces and the gods, and the legend has it that there was an alliance between the people of Ithal and the gods Valkur and Umbali to help overcome the great serpent Yotur. It required a great sacrifice and the sinking of this city, which helped trap Yotur here and ushered in a new era of the divine gods. She introduced herself as Aska. She considers herself somewhat of a scholar. She finds this place kind of solitary and peaceful, and has spent a lot of time in this storm and is quite familiar with it. She actually kind of quite likes this place. Doesn't want to see things change. In fact, she finds it kind of insulting and really kind of a profane thing what the cult is trying to do here.
I imagine while she was like telling us the story, she's also simultaneously puppeteering the shadow. You know, like in movies, how they
Yeah,
go like that.
yeah. Just we see the cutscene of
Yeah.
like the great serpent and the the shadow. Yeah,
Exposition.
that's right. But yeah, she. If you are truly willing to try and put an end to this, when the time comes that the city opens, she will join you in battle.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Excellent.
And when that time comes, I will give you a stat block for Aska, the storm giant.
I'm not sure if you're aware, there is a wrestler named Asuka, and that's all I can think of now.
Well, it's not Asuka in the Japanese sense. It's ASKA.
Okay, I choose to ignore that.
Yeah, it's not.
You have till next week to repaint the mini in like a little
Oscar.
restless.
Yeah. But yeah, you have thankfully, just barely, successfully convinced her to join your side against what is to come.
You did that without even getting.
I'm still invisible.
Yeah,
You did the opposite of what I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're out of initiative. You avoided that battle by the skin of your teeth. If she'd rolled higher, she would have taken a swing.
Oh, if anyone on stream wants to know, Soul Knife gets a thing called Cybolstered Knack, where you can spend one of your D10 dice pool to add to a failed skill check.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I didn't just like pull that out.
Yeah, no, it's all good, all good.
It's a limited resource.
Fantastic. But yeah, she will go and ready herself for the battle and return shortly.
They're canonically putting on the leotard like to wrestle, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's powering up. What would you guys like to do next?
Grow or tower, whichever is closest to us, probably.
Tower, I think, was closer. Right?
Yeah,
You can go to the tower.
tower.
Tower of Valcour.
Fantastic.
That's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two steps for you.
Boom, 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 boom.
I looked through
The rest of us swim across, get there eventually.
I mean, that's actually a fair point. Can't we just swim up and look through the top floor?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, it's not going to be a skill check to get up the stairs or anything. But yeah, you can definitely swim over and head in through the windows and get into the maybe not this guy.
How about I go
tower.
first as the?
You may have to
party
shrink
scout?
down if you want to go inside the
No, I'm
tower.
not shrinking.
Or are you just going to peer in the window?
Yeah, literally.
All right. So we see this huge giant face in the window as the rest of you are inside, and he's just kind of like looking in and putting a finger inside.
It's like playing with dolls.
If I may,
Yeah.
is there time for me to cast Detect Magic before we go in?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you doing it as a ritual, or is he doing it?
If there's time for a ritual, I'd
Yeah.
like to take 10 minutes.
For sure. So there's a little bit of like fuzzy time going on here. From like a resource standpoint, I will say you all have enough time to take like a short rest, but not a long rest.
Yep.
But if you want to do a ritual or whatever, I will probably limit you to like one each.
Yeah,
I'll go back down.
one's all I need.
All good. Fantastic. So you can start detect magic as the rest of you kind of start to head inside the tower. It's clear that at one point in time this was a grand temple, but it's now in ruins, swallowed by the ocean's depths and time. The symbols etched in the stone are old, but the faded frescoes on the walls unmistakably portray Valcour, god of sailors. His image is one you've seen before in statues and symbols throughout the Northlander Isles. Yet here the temple feels lifeless and devoid of his presence. Nearby what was once a hardy sail is now overgrown with seaweed and coral, frozen and forgotten in time. A ship's wheel on its platform is rusted and tarnished, and a broken cutlass lays discarded on the floor. Perhaps if you can find a way to restore Velcour's connection to this forgotten place of worship, he might grant you a sliver of power to assist in stopping this ritual. Now, Jindy, you find this place eerily familiar. It's seen eons of time, but the more that you circle it, the more that you spend time in here, realize that this is the very tower that you were once outside of in that demi-plane of Ithal in its time.
I'm glad you remember these things.
It helps that I wrote both modules.
How familiar these things.
Yeah. But yeah, you on the beach, you fought off the Hydra as it was,
Oh, yeah.
at one point in time, you remember that the priest of Velcor and the priestess of Umberlee were performing their ritual on the horn to kind of give it its magical power, its connection to the two gods, and help to sink the island and trap Yotur. And this is the place that happened.
Okay.
On the outskirts, on the beach.
I will clearly tell everybody that experience. Does it make me think that, just physically setting the place back to rights will help? Like you said, the sail is torn.
Possibly. I mean,
there's a thing that's over.
You probably didn't go inside when you were there,
Yep.
Previously, but definitely, this is a shadow of what it once was. And it kind of seems like the sense that you get being in here is it just feels wrong. Like you don't feel, Velcor's presence here anymore. You don't feel that kind of connection to the god. Maybe if you can do something which kind of helps, restore the once kind of glory of this place, maybe that will help.
What did Talarian's detect magic pick up?
So I would say there's definitely you can sense at least the connection between the bubble and the tower. You can kind of see those kind of arcing streams of arcane power that connect the two, that kind of drew your attention to this tower in the first place. I don't know that they necessarily, I'm trying to think of if they would ping with a particular school. It's not a spell for sure. It is part of the ongoing ritual.
Sure.
But you think that it's a little bit more divine than it is arcane. There is an element of this that is kind of the process really of essentially profaning of desecrating this temple is giving the ritual power. It is kind of helping to power up that ritual in maybe like an evocation sense. So you think that whatever if you're able to sever this connection in some way, maybe that will lessen the evocative power of something in the ritual.
Would a dispel magic be appropriate here?
I don't know that it's enough that you could sever it with just the dispel magic. It would probably, I think, it would probably just return it to kind of the already kind of worn state that it is. You probably need something that's going to fight back against this. But I think if you want to cast it, I will give you advantage on something that you're trying to do to try and give a little bit of extra oomph to what you're doing.
Can I suggest? Well, actually, I was going to ask: is your rarest telepathic bond still going?
Yep.
This is sort of like an out of the box suggestion. I mean, I guess it makes sense because I can psychically apparate a bunch of stuff, but Trixie's not stupid. She's surprisingly smart. I invest a lot of intelligence in that stat. Don't we have a disciple of Valkor on the boat somewhere? Can't we ask they must have some canticle of, whatever their Lord's Prayer is or something like that?
Yeah, you could ask. Most likely, probably the person that you would want to ask would be Von's character.
Yeah.
Actually, Tilda is a worshipper of Velcor. Grew up in the Northland Isles and is probably the most.
We've actually got Von just outside. No,
yeah.
sadly we don't.
No. Yeah. So if you wanted to, have some kind of.
I feel like one of the wisdom-based characters might be better at this.
Hello.
I mean, that'll definitely all help. So I will say that what you know, and probably what Tilda can share with you, is that amongst the Northmen, Velcor is revealed specifically for favorable winds. I'm not good at speaking the words tonight. Naval navigation and the wrathful fury of a storm in battle. So maybe those relics that are still here, could be used to represent those things. So you have a sail which is now kind of covered in seaweed and coral and no longer kind of moves. You have a ship's wheel which is rusted and tarnished, and a broken cutlass.
Okay. I have the spell mending.
Yeah.
Could I attempt to mend the sail?
The sail?
Yeah, or the cutlass. Okay.
Up to you. Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to cast the spell Mending upon the cutlass, repairing the break in the two halves.
Okay. So you put the two parts of the cutlass together and start focusing on it as it kind of starts to form back into shape, and you can pick it up and with a little swish. Give me some kind of. You can make this an advantage. Just give me some kind of check to kind of like represent, because this has been restored. But it is still kind of, in your hand. Do you want to like mount it up on the wall somewhere in a place of reverence? Do you want to, make an attack roll with it? What is it that you're trying to do to kind of represent what it represents?
I mean, I wouldn't be much of a blade singer if I wasn't going to do a bit of blade singing.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
let's do an attack roll. Why not?
All right, give me an attack roll. You can do it at advantage because you've repaired the blade.
All right. Super duper. 23.
Fantastic. With a swirl and a flourish, you can show off that this is once and is now again a fearsome weapon. And there is just a little kind of soft rumble of lightning. You think you feel of thunder that you hear in the distance.
All right. I look at everyone and I say, "Quick, do more thematic things."
And you can put it, back up on the mantle where it once.
With my, this is going to be a reach, and I apologize.
That's okay.
Take us on the journey.
With my herbalism kit, I want to create some kind of salve that I can apply to the wheel and the rust.
Oh yeah.
To try and
Grease it up.
Grease it up.
Yeah.
Some WD-40 or something.
Yeah. Absolutely. You created ye old WD-40.
And if you want, I can try and like cast second level shatter to try and like contain
Blow up the.
contain the booms to like the little rust. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's going to be. I think that's going to blow it up.
Yeah.
But you can definitely. I think this makes sense to kind of create something that will help kind of get this wheel moving again. Do you want to make me a roll with your herbalism supplies? It's probably like proficiency in wisdom. And to make something which you think is going to get this wheel moving again. You can pull the whatever is kind of stuck to it off and start to work that in, and it's starting to move.
This will be a total of we said with proficiency, so a total of 15.
15. I think actually that is exactly what you need.
Actually, no, I think I lied. That is... Oh, no, yeah. Wisdom plus, 15.
15, all right, 15 is the DC. So, look, it's loud and unpleasant when you start to turn it. It screeches in a way that even underwater is not pleasant to listen to. But after a little while, after a couple of turns, it starts to loosen up and the wheel kind of starts to turn back and forward. And there is just a little bit, this place just seems just a little bit lighter than before.
No one tell anchovy, but it's actually made with like seaweed and Sahuagin blubber. So
Blubber.
Sharks famously known for their blubber.
sharks have blubber? Or is that just
To be honest, yeah,
I
actually.
don't know. Get in the comments, tell us about shark
blubber's
blubber.
greasy, right?
This always seems to happen when we play together, isn't it? It's National Geographic every time.
Fantastic. And did someone want to do something with the same?
And the sail, can you describe how bad it was again, sorry?
Yeah, so it's kind of like overgrown with seaweed and coral. At
Yep.
one point in time, obviously, it was able to move, but now it's kind of just like,
Is it like a sail, or is it just like a thematic sail?
it's like a sail from like a small sailboat.
So it's like
So it's, kind of triangular, small sail, still has the wooden kind of, thing there, but it's kind of just been propped up against the wall here.
I wonder if we just like literally try to scrape the rubbish off it, like
Yeah.
get a blade out,
Yeah.
just like clean it.
You can maybe do like
Scrape the
a
garbage
sleight
off.
of hand or an athletics or performance or something, whatever it is that, you do
Yeah.
that makes this,
I'll
kind
do a
of in
sleight
a
of
way that
hand.
Does
That
the dog
will,
help?
I'm just going to tidy it up.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Like giving it a...
you get the blade out, you start
Oh,
to
that's a bit better than
scrape
before.
the barnacles off.
18.
18, fantastic. As
And then prop it up.
as it comes away, it comes away in sheets like when like a big kind of fern kind of overgrows something and you pull it back.
That's like cleaning my garden at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it starts to move again in the water as if in the air. when you finish this,
And a little bit of minor illusion to like make it look like it's moving
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
in the air.
give it
as
that
well.
like
Yeah, yeah.
moon flag thing
Yeah.
that makes it look like but with a deafening rumble, the tower around you shakes and 3 mighty arcs of lightning lance down from above to sever the energy connecting the tower to the barrier encasing the city of Ithal.
Yeah, nice.
While the ritual in the city is still ongoing, some small part of it has been sabotaged.
Nice.
That's done. Fantastic. All right.
I think Grotto next, isn't it?
You want to make your way to the grotto?
Yeah. I drew up this checklist earlier. No. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you can, make your way out the window and, sail down, swim down and make your way across to the other side. And there is this kind of like low, like sickly green kind of light that radiates from this like collection of rocks that you realize that at some point in time there was some kind of building here that's like long since collapsed. But as you get close and see this kind of sunken, squat building, you can see the kind of remnants of what was once kind of like colourful glass that's kind of long since kind of greased over and is now kind of dark and covered in barnacles and so forth as well. But you can see that there was once splendor to this building. There was once, this was once an ancient temple that, from a city that you saw in its prime. And as you pull open the door and head on down into the temple, inside there is a pedestal surrounded by old decaying candles. And in the center sits a statue, ancient and worn. A towering female figure with jagged fins rising from the skin of her arms, her taloned hands clutching a menacing trident, while her seaweed-like hair seems to move as though alive, defying its stone form. It is not Remora. But
I was actually going to say,
it does sound a
is
little
it just
bit
a
like
bigger version
Remora.
of Remora?
There is a little bit of a resemblance for sure, which I'm sure she'd be happy with. But the statue's eyes shine as though a light pulses through the stone and kind of casts that green light over the whole building. And there's a kind of a bit of a kind of pearlescent glow on the temple walls. What would you all like to do?
I mean, should we get Remora on the group chat?
I'm just going to approach it and try and investigate it and see what happens.
Okay. Do you want to give me an investigation check?
I would love to do that, to be perfectly honest with you. It's cocked. I'm going to go
It's
again.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. You can roll it
It's
again.
not a 1. All right, slightly better, 28.
Yeah, awesome.
Slightly better.
just a little bit better.
Little bit.
For sure, like from context and from everything that you've heard and like recently, definitely like this is Umberlee. This is the the Queen of the Depths or the Bitch Queen, and even from talking to Asuka that she was rumored to be one of the gods that was involved in the downfall of Yotur. And she's worshipped by sailors and seafarers, a lot of the time driven more by fear than a genuine reverence. But it looks like this was a place that people came to make offerings to her, maybe before they set out to sea.
Where's
trying,
the goat? Send the goat.
trying to appease her wrath and reduce their chance of being destroyed by her fury. Yeah.
I've got a few things I can offer, but I'm happy to wait for you guys.
I was going to say, are there specific things that Umberlee likes to be offered?
There's no joke. All Alec wanted to do was sacrifice all of the entire module.
Yeah, I mean, like you
It's Chekhov's
definitely
goat.
heard some of the, the opinions that Remora had on, what kind of offerings should be made. A lot of it is probably, a little archaic maybe in the way that you would think of it in that way. Obviously, people have been worshipping Umberlee for a very long time. There's a lot of superstitions around what kind of things that you should offer up. But generally, it tends to be like the feeling is that if it's not something that has some kind of real significance, something that she would consider, a worthwhile offering or something that, you don't want to give up necessarily, it doesn't have to be anything big. But it usually has to be something meaningful. It can't just be, like, oh, I've left a small rock for you kind of thing. Like,
A Sahagwin NPC we met.
I think it's, I'm going to leave a lot of this up to your discretion on what you think is a reasonable and thematic offering to make if that's what you want to do.
May I?
Yeah, please.
Cool. I'm going to reach into my bag of holding. I'm going to withdraw the Talisman of Yotur, a wand of binding that was found in Voyage into Darkness, the very first adventure.
Yeah.
Which Tlarian has faithfully carried, used in battle, and he will offer it up and say, let this wand bind your devotees to you even closer.
Fantastic. You place it on the little shrine in front of the statue. And as you do, as you set it down, you feel this tingle run up your arms and down your spine. And you gain 15 temporary hit points.
Oh, wow.
Cha-ching.
And the candle directly in front of the statue puffs into light, even though you are below the sea.
Cool.
A candle of the deep.
Indeed, a candle of the deep.
Is there only one candle?
There is just, well, there's
Are
a
there
bunch
conveniently
of
four candles?
There's a bunch of candles around,
All right.
but this is the only one that's lit up.
Well, outerwear got me into this mess in the first place, and it's going to get me out. I have a Cloak of the Mountebank.
Yeah.
You better have some more castings of Dimension Door when we get into trouble. Which got me a very short module for Trixie. I will take the cloak and I'll put it down.
You're going to set the cloak
So,
down
yeah,
on the...
I'm not one for big fancy words like fish boy over there, but if you need it, it's useful. I need it, but
Yeah, you set it down, and like a little spark, a little jolt, you feel 15 temporary hit points.
cool.
Yagrima, when they were a young one, I've mentioned this the first time that I was on the stream. They were raised by a wet nurse who was actually a bear. And currently they wear like their facade as their mantle. When their wet nurse died, Yagrima taxidermied a little bit, and wears the creature's fur as like a protective layer of so with heartfelt thanks, they will take off the mantle of their wet nurse, the bear, and place it on the offering.
Hello, and welcome back. We rejoin our heroes on the sea floor beneath the roiling storm known as Yoto's Fury. You've made a couple of allies and you've made a couple of offerings to gods down here on the seafloor as you are waiting for the bubble that has been formed around the central area of Ithal due to an ongoing ritual to become permeable so you can get into the city. All that remains now before you can enter or before time is up and the summoning of the serpents and the children of Yoto begins is to perhaps deal with a couple of threats. You can see that there is this almost elemental serpent creature that is whipping back and forth around, bashing against the barrier, trying to get inside this this central area in the center of Ithal. And also there is a pack of desiccated skeletal sharks that are circling around waiting for their chance to get inside as well. What would you like to do?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
You mentioned potentially a chance for a short rest at some point.
Yeah.
Would this be before or after we engage these creatures?
I think that, like, to abstract it a little bit, if you wanna fight and then right at the end say you had your short rest or whatever, you can do that. That's fine.
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
because, we all got hurt at some point.
Yeah.
We're all down a bit. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Are we?
I'm not.
I'm down touch, yeah.
Someone got back.
I acknowledge your point, though.
Yeah.
Couldn't be
I know.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's abstracting it a little bit, there's just enough time that if you want to spend some hit dice and stuff right at the end before we kind of wrap up or whatever, you can do that.
Great. All right, let's go kill some dead sharks.
You want to go to the sharks first?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Has it been an hour since we talked to the storm giant?
No.
Oh, cool. I'm still invisible then. So
Yeah, no, it's a lot of this has been happening relatively quickly. You probably have maybe just like a little bit of that left, maybe a few minutes of that left.
Okay.
So, to get there and then mechanically, are we doing underwater combat rules, or does that not matter because
This
of
is
our
definitely
spell stuff?
underwater combat
Yeah,
at
okay,
the
cool,
moment, because you are underwater
Yeah.
and there's no kind of magical effects going on for you.
But we,
also, by the way, wizards, I don't understand. It is a soul blade, but apparently, because it's psychic, it doesn't really work very well underwater. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's
Just gonna get it out there.
It sucks. It sucks. Yeah, I don't know. There was something about the water that suppresses
psychic
damage.
power.
I
That's
don't
right.
know.
The enemy of telepaths everywhere.
The
Running
ocean,
water.
The ocean. Yeah. So you wanna
and do we have
swim
to
over-
like swim up to these creatures, or are they?
They're kind of like circling around the seafloor kind
Okay,
of thing, but
okay.
the serpent is kind of like up above
Yeah,
a little
okay.
bit. But
I was just thinking about it like mechanically.
yeah, as you start to approach and get closer to them, they kind of notice you coming and turn in your direction, and you watch them as they're kind of patrolling this small section of the water. Now, what was once a shark is no more than a decaying husk with jagged bones making up most of what remains. Only tattered patches of skin still cling to their bodies, rotted and ready to peel away at any moment. But as they notice you and turn in your direction, they circle in, and we will roll initiative.
Yeah.
And if we want to put...
Exhaustion's going to take, because that's -2
It
to
will-
all
it's
d20s,
-2,
isn't
it
it? To
is.
all rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I think I missed one earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, good.
And our speed is reduced by a number of feet equal to 5 times your exhaustion level.
Yeah, that's right. So at the moment, you're only
5
1.
feet.
So
Is initiative still count as a skill check?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
it's all D20 tests now. With
Yeah.
the skill
Yeah, so no,
checks
just the question is
and
just
attack
does
rolls and-
reliable talent still count as taking your initiative up? That's the question.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm not quite sure what the wording of reliable talent is.
Still skill. It says if you roll a 9 or below one of your skill or tool, from a check that uses one of your skill or tool proficiencies.
Well, are you? I don't know if you're proficient.
You know, I'm not really
in
proficient in.
initiative.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
if you
yeah, right.
had something, I think
You
which
don't have
added
like alert or
Yeah.
something.
bonus
yeah,
to initiative,
sure.
that would probably work.
Yeah, fair point.
Okay. All right, they roll pretty well. Let's see what they add to that. Oh, nothing. All right. So, anyone over 20? No. If not, then I think they maybe go first. What? Anyone over 15?
70.
17. All right. They are definitely first then. Over 10?
10,
10 for Gingy.
which is not over 10, but you know.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
7.
3.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Fantastic.
I'm still invisible though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, the sharks start to swim in towards you and will spread out and try and come in from all directions.
Can I just say how cool? Thank you, Court. The zombie shark.
Oh, I did these ones, so
they're great.
you're
They're
welcome.
amazing.
That cord is just like.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
Let's talk about Court some more.
Yeah. Yeah, but they, this one's over here has already eaten someone.
That one's harpooned to a
Yeah, it's harpooned to it.
driftwood or something.
bit of-
Is the wood actually stuck in the ground? Because that's quite funny.
No, it's come along with it.
Yeah, it's been dragged along by it. All right. So I think we will kind of have them make their way.
That's better. Anyway, otherwise we're about to have to swim to them.
Yeah, over, and you want to pop this one kind of around the back. I think it's kind of going to go behind Trixie, and so if Trixie is invisible, I don't think that they can see Trixie. That said,
A little swirl of the water.
I mean, it's just regular. It's not great. It'll drop them if I do anything.
yeah, it
So-
would be disadvantaged. All right, so we have them. They will each try to make some attacks. So I think that there's at least going to be a couple there on Yagrima. The first one
that's fair.
that comes in tries to pick you up in its jaws. One of them is a nat 1. The other one, however, is a 25.
25 will absolutely hit. My AC 15.
As it sinks its jaws down on you. That is going to be 24 piercing damage as you get kind of picked up and thrashed around. And we will have, I think there'll be a couple of attacks on Jindy.
Yep.
That's another nat 1. The other one is a 14, which I don't think
Doesn't quite hit.
doesn't
Yeah,
quite get you. Maybe with a little bit of swim speed, you're able to just barely stay out. There's going to be a couple at. I think that they can probably smell you, so there's going to be a couple of disadvantages.
Yeah, sure.
At
Go for
Trixie. It's a 19 and a nat 1 again. I've rolled 3 nat 1s so far, which is that's another nat 1 and a 6. So the highest, that's not
Oh,
going to
yeah,
happen.
the disadvantage. Good.
All of those are technically nat 1s. All right. We will have, I think we'll have one swim around and attack Talarian from the back.
Sure.
That is an 18 is the lowest.
18 will hit, however, I will cast Shield.
Fantastic. So the 18 will miss now, is that right?
Yes, so AC is now 21.
Cool. The other one is a 22, just barely gets through.
Okay. Lame.
That is 19 piercing. Actually, no, 25 piercing damage. Forgot to add the little bit extra on the end as you were picked up and threshed around. And that was 4 attacks, so I have one more, which is going to go at Puppy.
Okay.
That is the lowest there is a 13.
His AC is 17.
17? Okay.
Tough little skin.
So the first one misses, but the second one is a 24.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So manages to swim out of the way, but gets picked up by the jaws on the last one. That is 26 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Still up?
Yep.
That is the sharks. Talarian, your turn.
Talarian will activate Blade Song.
Yeah.
Talarian is going to swim diagonally this way, provoking from that shark that it's next to.
Yeah.
Do you want me to hand you the mini?
That's a 15, which won't hit with your shield up.
Well, shield's down, Blade Song is up. All right, and now I have a very nice lightning bolt line.
Oh, no.
Nice. You want to try and get along that? Yeah, that 4? Absolutely, go for it.
So I would like 4 DC 17 dexterity saving throws.
All right.
Am I in that one as well?
I mean, I can angle it so you're probably out.
Yeah,
They're big
they're
sharks.
large creatures. I don't think that you need to be. And technically, this other one is probably forward a little bit more because it bit
The dog.
at the dog.
Oh yeah. All right, we got some good damage here. That's
All of them fail.
right.
They don't have particularly high dex.
so 12, 17, 21, 25, 28, 31, 32 lightning damage.
Nice. Yeah, with a crackle. They, the remaining skin that's on a bunch of them is just torn off. You can kind of burn through a bunch of the cartilage. There is a huge hole in each of them. They are still going, but each of those ones look bloodied.
Love to hear it. That's all for my turn.
Awesome. Jindy.
So Jindy will attack then this one that's closest to her without moving. I
Yep.
think it's hard for me to say, but let's just say that that's
Yeah, that's fine.
in
Look, we
melee.
can-
All right. I've got
It's all
my- I've got
probably a
my,
little 3D and stuff as well.
yeah.
They're probably a little up and down, but
Got my little flowchart here. Attack with my short sword. 7 and 8 is 15 minus 2 is 13.
13 will still hit.
Oh, does it? Okay.
They are not
All right.
particularly
To get my damage dice
dexterous or anything. They're just big chomping machines.
out. For 7 points of damage.
7, nice.
All right. My scimitar is 17 plus 7. That'll hit then. 'Cause it's just 24, 22.
Yep.
And that is d6 plus 3. So another 7.
7.
And with her bonus action, okay, I can do my offhand attack. This is why I need a short sword.
Yeah,
No, with my second attack.
yeah. And you
That
have
was
a
my
swim
first
speed, right? So
attack.
you don't even you
Yeah.
don't even have any kind of disadvantage.
That was my first attack.
Yeah.
An 18 on the dice.
Yep,
So
that's fine.
hit for, sorry about this,
okay.
another 9. Bonus action.
Yep.
Oh, there's an or in my flowchart. I'm like, I can't do both those things. Then I'm going to tell Puppy to attack the one that's closest to her.
Cool. All right. Is that the one that you were attacking, or is it the other one that you were?
No, I was
Okay.
I was thinking this one. And
Yep,
I think
yep.
Puppy's closest to the one with the blue stuff behind it on its tail.
All right, no problem.
Just
Um,
the way I'm seeing.
Squirtle.
That one is in that one. The one that you were attacking is in really bad shape.
Okay,
like
well maybe Puppy can.
barely hanging on.
Okay,
so
let's
Puppy can
Puppy over
probably attack
Yeah,
and might be
okay.
able to push it over the edge.
So
Do it without
she's
getting
got.
opportunity attack, 'cause
Yeah, yeah.
it's still within.
Puppy isn't exhausted, so Puppy doesn't take.
No.
Anyway, 26 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Puppy's got it. Like Puppy is so tough.
Yeah, just jaws
Puppy's got to
on,
find a D8. What does a D8 look like? This one.
getting thrashed around.
7 and 6 is 13, and
Have-
she can attack twice now.
Oh, nice. Oh, that first one will put that shark
Okay.
down. So, the shark is biting someone else, Puppy's biting the shark, as its bones kind of come apart and sink to the seafloor. That one
Nice.
is down.
She spits out the disgusting bone. She doesn't even keep that bone and just swings around to the one that's near her.
Fantastic.
So 9 and 8 is 17.
Yep.
And then another. There we go. 11 points of damage on that one.
Nice.
And that is all of our turns on the magic puppy flowchart.
Awesome. Trixie.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing that exciting. I'll surprise appear in front of the shark and give it a good stab.
Go for it.
It's the one that's next to Talarion as well.
That's going to hit because it's a 13 is the AC.
It's
And as you appear from invisible, you can do your
I
sneak
just want
attack.
to make sure I've got the right number of dice. 1, 7, so it's 8d6. Yep, it's this plus 6. It's a short sword, by the way. Oh, that's a lot of sixes. 18, 20, 25, 27 damage.
Nice.
Plus 6. Sorry. 33.
Nice. How do you take that one down?
Literally just appear and stab it.
Yeah, just like and just drag the blade through the guts of this thing and take out what remains of it.
Just take off the table.
As you
I'll just
yeah, as
in the
you,
interest of not us stacking a bunch of clear plastic cubes and this going into 4D chess, I'll use my bonus action to disengage. I'll actually say I swim upwards.
Swim upwards, yeah.
It'll be 30 feet that way towards Mike.
Oh, good. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, as you as you do that, as you kind of like
15 feet, sorry.
gut the one directly above you, what kind of slops out of what was once its kind of gullet is like a shiny looking bottle
Oh, right.
that you can kind of like fall into your hands and you can kind of and swim away looking at.
I'll look at that later.
All right, go for it. All right, Yagrima.
I don't like this. This is not a good environment for us. Yagrima sees all of these sharks swimming around and circling, ready for blood, and we begin to cast a spell. And I'm hoping this works.
No, the sharks counterspell you.
My goal here is to cast
It's a shark wizard.
control water
Yeah.
to use the part water.
Okay.
thing. So within 100 feet cube, I'm wanting to move all the water away and like up.
Oh,
So-
fantastic.
So this is like a big cube of just dry land.
Yeah, okay. Sure. How long does it last for?
Normally it says up to 10 minutes, but I think there's an extra part of control water which with part water says the water will slowly fill into the trench over the course of the next round until the normal water level is restored.
Okay, so it lasts for a round then, but it's going to be enough to like they're all going to hit the surface.
And assuming that they've only got a swimming speed,
Yeah.
they can't probably move.
They do. Oh no, technically they have a 5 foot normal. They can.
That's depressing.
Well, if they do cast splash at me, I will. No, I will bonus action then bamf into like this little cloud dispersion and use my Goliath bonus action to teleport 30 feet away, probably up to where Talarian is.
Nice.
Can I rules lawyer you for a second?
Oh no, go for it.
So it says the trench remains until the spell ends or you choose a different effect. Then the water would slowly fill the trench.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. It stays like
All right. So how big is it again?
it's 100 feet cube, and then the water is displaced to either side. So
Fantastic. So you've just got this like box of air. Like I don't.
Technically, it's a vacuum. There's no air down
Technically,
here.
there's no air in there. It's just no water. And
Everyone hold your breath.
yeah, there's definitely a bunch of fish and stuff that you caught in that as well, but they're all just kind of on the seafloor as well. But that is what it is. Fantastic.
that is going to be.
So
my-
it didn't push them away. It just
No,
it just-
all the fish
the
are
water just-
stationary. The water just moves.
And the fish just are just flopping on the seafloor.
It's the dangerous
going on
combination of D&D magic and like attempting to
Yep.
visualize it in the real world.
You
It
can
never
now
works,
use your
right?
psychic
Yeah.
That's true.
Incredible.
Limited
that's
by
true, I'm not
underwater
limited.
combat.
and what? You just got those two? You
no, it's
didn't.
all of them.
Yeah.
But what about poor old?
I guess
Ginny and
technically
Puppy in the middle there?
you're all like holding your breath under here now because like there's no air but also no water.
There are plants down here. Surely there's an exchange of oxygen. We're not going into physics.
It's fine. It's going to take a while anyway. All right, fantastic. It is their turn. They are stuck on the seafloor. They can wiggle 5 feet, which they will continue to do because they are very confused about what the hell just happened. And they are still technically close enough to, I guess at this point, only Jindy and Puppy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so you can get out of the way.
So,
Like,
so
that's okay.
the remaining one that's not close enough already will wiggle 5 feet closer to get in range. It just kind of flop and Magikarp on the seafloor, and we'll get 4 attacks on Jindy, 2 from each of the sharks that are on either side of her. That is. The lowest one there is a 16, so I think all 4 of them are
Oh wow.
gonna hit.
Yep.
Um,
And these are what these? Yeah, sorry, they're just going to be like slashing damage or something, aren't they?
yeah, they are going to be piercing damage. All right, so
Have any useful reactions?
first one is 20 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Next one is 26 piercing damage. Third one is 26 piercing damage. And fourth one is 20 piercing damage again. Very
All right,
consistent.
that looks like it's more than my hit points because there's a 2 and a 9, so I'm down.
And you see Jindy is like grabbed on the the head and the legs and just threshed around on the seafloor, and then just goes still. The other one is going to latch onto Puppy. The lowest one there is a 16. You said 17 was the AC. The other one's a natural 18, so there's one attack that's going to hit Puppy. That is going to be, however, 26 piercing damage.
Okay. Puppy is still alive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go, Puppy. All right, it is Talarian's turn.
Yikes. All right. Okay, so there are still 2 sharks there. I'm just trying to work out the geometry of can I get all 3 in a lightning bolt?
They are large. If you manage to kind of get behind them, and because Puppy is quite short,
Yeah.
I will say probably if you go for the top 5 foot of the cube, you can go above
You
Puppy's
get 2,
head.
right?
All right. Yes, if you would allow me to do that, I'd like to just fry them all.
Go for it.
All right, so DC 17 dexterity save.
All 3 fail.
3
Heaven
sixes.
plus 0, so very easy roll.
All right, so 6, 12, 18, 23, 27, 29, 34, 37
Nice.
lightning damage.
So I will say the one at the back is the only one so far that hadn't taken damage up until this point because it wasn't in the first lightning bolt. So the other 2 go down. They are, boom, obliterated by the last crackle of lightning, but the one at the back that still is kind of chomping away at Jindy is still up because that's the first damage it's taken.
Okay, and movement-wise, I would have moved close enough to kind of get the lightning bolt and then move back, just so I don't have to move the mini. And
All good. All good. Jindy, make me a death save.
13.
1 success. Yeah, that's you've got the -2 to it.
Puppy can still go.
Puppy
yeah.
can still go.
And I was just checking. She can just make her own decision, which means she's going to
Yeah,
bite a shark
fantastic.
twice.
Bite back.
So, 13?
13 is exactly what you need to hit.
Okay. 3 and 6 is 9.
Yep.
And nat one.
It's Puppy's trying her best, but it's still up. It's still thrashing. Anything else?
I was just, what Puppy can do, because she wasn't in melee with it already, is Puppy actually can take 2 steps back, and as she goes forward.
Yeah.
And it takes another 1d6 of damage on that first
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, so might as well use that. So
Yeah.
another 5.
Nice.
Just because it runs up and powers into it.
Nice. It's in real bad shape. You
Yeah,
think
good.
if she landed that second attack, it might have taken it
Yeah,
down.
good.
Trixie.
Okay. I just want this to be noted because when people say AL players, it's
Oh, thank
all
you for
about
you're in.
the min max and
Yeah.
everything like that.
They do say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to note
All of them.
that
yeah.
I'm doing this. So I just realised because I said we're not going to play with stacked clear boxes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
swimmed upwards 15
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
And then he removed all the water. Well, they removed all the water actually because it was Yagrima.
That's a
So
good-
I come plummeting to the ground again.
That is technically true.
Yeah.
We'll roll a d6, I guess.
That's all right. For colour.
For the 10 feet. 5 bludgeoning damage.
As I smack onto the ground. You could have warned me before you were going to do that.
There's the fun.
Yeah, I know. All right.
point, good point.
However, I stand back up again. Fortunately, there's an ally within 5 feet. And
Yeah.
Also, I can use my psychic blades. Thank goodness.
Go for it. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So, first one is going to be a miss. That's a 3. And the second one is that's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. All right.
Just the pure amount of dice. There's no way that you're not going to take it out. How do you finish the
Rising-
shark off?
I think
It's 7
second
health
dagger
left.
in the eye.
And I think you have 7 dice there. Yeah, just the dagger in the eye. It stops threshing, and its jaws unlock, and Jindy's body rolls out. We are still going to be in initiative for now, though, because we're still making death saves. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I don't suppose that potion that I pulled out helpfully says like healing potion?
It doesn't seem to look like a healing potion to you. It, not the ones that
I
you're
mean,
familiar with.
is it still the rule that you can figure out what a potion is just by licking it?
You can take a little liquor if you want to try and work out what
Look.
it is.
I like you and all, but it came out of the guts of a zombie shark, and no.
Fair. You can try.
I'll
and give it
roll it to Talarion. You know what this is? Because I don't. I'm not going to lick it.
I believe it's my turn.
Well, it's Yagrima's turn.
Oh, go ahead.
Yagrima will draw upon the life essence of the very sad dying fish in 100 cube feet and begin to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Nice.
So everyone will gain 5d. What is it? 5d8 plus 5. I'm just going to roll it on here.
Yeah.
Not as fun and exciting, but it's quicker. 29 points of HP plus actually a d4 for my little moonsicle.
Oh, nice.
30 points of HP.
For each of us or
For each of
spread? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Pass me that little shark. Go.
And
Including Puppy as well.
puppy, yeah.
Yeah. So, Jindy, you come back up with a gasp. You were still in a
I
vacuum.
can't, there's no
however.
air there.
Do you want to let the water back in?
Yes.
Or I could walk to
We can still yell at you in the
Yeah.
psychic network. Be like,
Yeah.
you need to breathe.
We should let the other fish have a chance at surviving. So
Yeah, the other fish are very thankful to swim off again.
I'll use a bit of my own cure wounds on me and to pop myself up, and then I'll fix the rest when we get to short rest.
Awesome. Yeah. So, what do you all want to do?
What do you think that is? I mean,
Yeah. What is this mysterious potion?
You can take a little time to look at it. Do you want to give it a taste, or do you
Yes.
want to try and roll something on it?
I admire your courage.
I'd like to roll something. If I
Okay, give me an Arcana check. Look, I can give it to you
Well,
with the passive if you really
No,
want.
I'm gonna roll it, and I'm.
But you said you
hoping
wanted to
it's-
roll something.
I'm hoping it's a good number. So, with a plus 15, it's 24.
Okay. It is a potion of heroism.
Oh, okay, all right. Potion of heroism.
heroin.
Sure.
I just like as a small aside, like a passive arcana. What was it?
Passive of 25.
So like you're like a chaired professor at the CERN, basically. Right? You're a Caltech.
Of magic.
There's very few people that know much more than you in the whole world, basically.
Yeah, well, that number's still going to go up a bit more, but we'll get there.
Go higher.
Okay, potion of heroism, fantastic. Are we directly going now to Serpent? Or is there anything else?
That's
we're
you.
gonna do?
What do you want to? Do you want to rest? Do you
Are
want
you, do you need a bit more healing?
Keeping in mind you only have one short rest.
I am mindful that there is still a much larger thing to do, so I think I'll be okay,
I can give
and
you
I'll
a-
just stay back a touch.
I'll give you a 3rd level healing word. That's I got
Okay.
spell slots.
Okay, yep, that'll be good. Yeah, I
Um,
want to make sure we have good resources for later.
64. Well, 5d4. 7d4 plus 5.
Do you?
7d4.
Who's rolling?
You can roll it on your thing.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Yeah, it's probably better.
Yeah,
How about 74 laying around?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Otherwise, you
We have the
And I'll-
technology.
And then you've got to count how
Add
many
my
and
extra
add
one
up.
here. So there's 27. 27.
Okay,
Pretty good.
27 is 79. Yeah, that'll do
Need
me.
another.
No, that'll do me. I'll actually be just a bit more careful.
So you are relatively close to the bubble now at this point in time, and you can see in through the kind of, slightly opalescent, yellow glow of the bubble. Inside it is strange. You can almost see like the sky. It's like almost looking through like a strange like window to the outside world. It reminds you very much of when you were in that demiplane of Ithal. Inside there is like calm skies overhead. You can see like birds flying by and a sky and so forth. It is very strange
Is
inside there.
Ithal in its original condition, or is it in its current?
Inside, it
ruined
looks to
seabed?
be in its original
Oh,
condition.
right. Oh, that's
Inside the
interesting.
bubble.
I mean, I'm going to ask the professor.
Sure.
What the hell is happening?
Yeah. the player doesn't really know how to explain it, but my
can
character
you
will
make
respond accordingly.
It's magic, bitch.
I think that obviously, you made a bunch of checks and stuff earlier, effectively off screen to kind of work out that stuff about this ritual. You think that there is an element of this that is not just involved with like physically, raising the city or anything like that. There is an element of this which is almost kind of turning back time to some degree. So you think that it's not that it's necessarily, the past in this, in the bubble, but there is definitely some link between the Ithal of old and the Ithal as it is now, and that is part of the ritual that is taking place. It is somewhat undoing an event in the past.
Creepy. All right.
The undoing event would probably be the sinking of the city too.
You would think that's probably what they're trying to accomplish.
Great.
Awesome. But in the distance up above, you can still see that elemental serpent that is snaking back and forth, and you can see that the barrier is starting to kind of flicker a little and go green. You think it will change very soon, and you have just maybe a little bit of time if you want to try
If you
and.
time it correctly, you can do that thing that you did before and just drop the weapon.
On top of all the people.
The DM will kill you.
I like it a lot. But to spare Brendan's wrath, we probably won't.
All right. Well, did you want to engage it?
I'm going to drink my potion of lightning resistance, which I presume
Okay.
does what it says on the tin.
That's fair. It does seem to do what it says on the tin. All good. You wanna try and do that? I will say I may have slightly misrepresented it.
It's in fact not a
I
lightning.
wanna give you before you burn that resource. It does look like kind of like swirling elemental energy, but it is not like primarily lightning.
Okay.
There is a lot of kind of like churning water to it. It looks more like it is made up of some kind of liquid than out of lightning. There is a little crackle to it. Maybe there is some lightning element to it, but it doesn't seem to be like primarily.
I'll hold on to. I'll keep it. Actually, yeah.
Okay. I don't want you to burn it based on my
What does
description
a
of it.
potion of heroism do?
Makes you immune to fear.
Which I think you already are because of your hero's
It gives you
feat.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
hit points at the start of each round, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a slight element of like irony that we decided to put a potion of heroism in like the shark's belly, like it, but
Someone didn't drink it in time.
yeah. All right, but
When you drink this potion, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under the effect of the Bless spell. No constipation required.
Oh,
well, there you go. Yeah, so that's pretty good. I think a lot of you still maybe have temporary hit points
I still.
from before, so it would replace those if you still have them.
New.
I lost mine falling from the thing.
Alright.
That's true.
Let's kill this thing.
No, I'm just wondering, are you a shoot from a distance ranger or are you
no, I'm a 2-weapon fighter ranger.
maybe you need the potion of heroism?
But I've got. I just want to save. I want to save
Look,
our things.
I don't know
for
if you
the
remember,
big
but there
thing.
was like about 15 minutes ago you were mauled to death by
Yeah, I
a
know,
gang of sharks.
I know. I mean, I do have a longbow, and I still can like.
Yeah,
two
notoriously
attacks.
effective weapon underwater, the longbow.
Yeah.
What's your AC like?
15?
I can cast Barkskin on you. It can go up to 17.
No, honestly, we're good. We're good.
All right, let's just go fight the giant serpent.
So you can see now the long serpentine creature as you approach it. Appears to be one with the water itself, darker but translucent and churning with elemental energy, as if the ritual has whipped up the waters into an embodiment of fury and fervor. As you draw near, it snaps its head towards you and with a silent roar bursts in your direction, and we'll roll initiative again.
Not in that one, please. Better.
Oh, no.
Oh no,
Little, you go first this time anyway.
it's a meal. All right, what?
Hero's Feast, it went away when I got unconscious? No? It
No,
sticks around.
it still sticks around, but obviously you've lost the temporary hit points.
I
by
did,
this
I
point.
did, but
Well,
I-
All the
temporary,
hit
it's
point.
max
Oh,
hit
the
points.
max hit points still would be higher. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
All good. Did anyone get over 20? Nope. 15 and over?
19.
19. Okay. I think you may be up first, Trixie.
Oh, no, sorry, 22.
22. All right, never mind.
Just looked at the wrong
Still up
dice.
first.
Yep.
All right, how much do I add in there? All right, okay. It's got a pretty decent initiative bonus. 15 and over? 10 and over?
Yes, 11.
13.
All right. So it does go next with its bonus. It has a +7. So sorry, did you say 13 and 11?
11.
11.
Would have been 13 if it wasn't for exhaustion.
What did Jindy get?
1.
Oof. All right, never mind then. Trixie, you were the first to respond as this giant serpent snakes towards you, and it looks a little like this.
Great. Fantastic.
As it makes its way down, you can kind of see its kind of churning, watery shape. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so I am somewhat limited underwater, but I am within 30 feet, which is the range of a hand crossbow.
Yeah.
So I will use my bonus action to steady aim. My movement goes to 0, and I will shoot the hand crossbow.
Go for it. You'll try and line it up.
Yeah. That is terrible. That is a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Oh, excellent. All right. That's the only. Okay. 10, 14, 20, 25, 25 plus 6, 31, 31 plus 5, 36.
36, nice. All right, kind of, buries itself in this thing. It doesn't seem to pay too much attention to it, but it definitely kind of takes a chunk out of it, but it is still moving towards you. Anything else?
I know my movement is 0. I've lost my bonus action.
All right.
That's it.
As it moves in closer, I think Yagrima is the closest.
Fair.
That just happens to be there at the time. As it will snake around, it will try and first barrel into you with its body. That is 16 to hit.
I will use my reaction to cast shield.
Nice. What's that put your AC up to?
20.
Nice. And it will spin its tail around and whip the tail at you as well. That was a natural 18, so that's going to hit you 32. It is still kind of takes you off your feet with 17 bludgeoning damage, and you also hit with 11 acid damage.
Okay, rude.
Yeah. And it kind of coils around you. And it's now your turn.
Excellent. Bonus action, I'm going to activate my Wrath of the Sea. Can I get a Constitution saving throw DC 19, please?
Nice. Okay. It fails.
Excellent. It takes 5...
It has good con, but it rolled a 2.
it takes 5d2...
D2?
5d6.
Yeah.
Coins, you just.
Yeah. That is 10, 14, 18. Is it plus 5? No, just 18 points of cold damage.
Oh.
If the creature is large or smaller, which it is not.
So it is gargantuan technically, and it as it kind of you hit it with this cold damage, you see it kind of partially starts to freeze. There is an element of it that the water kind of starts to seize up a little. It's not quite enough for it to actually freeze up entirely, but that does seem to be very effective on it.
That has changed my plan immensely. Excellent. Okay, so that was my bonus action.
Yeah.
My next action is going to be casting an Ice Storm
Nice.
at... can I do you at 4th? I can do you at 4th level.
All right.
Um,
Please do me at 4th level.
do me at 4th level. So it's a DC 19 Dexterity saving throw. please.
Dexterity save. Okay. Plus 7. Rolled a natural 17. Plus 7. So yes, it did save.
Ooh, okay. But half as much damage. So it takes 46 cold and 2d10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yes, thank you.
Did not realise.
So that is 6, 8, 9 points of cold damage.
Yeah.
And 2d10 of bludgeoning, which is 11 points of bludgeoning. Hailstone's turn the ground in the cylinder into difficult terrain until the end of the next turn. I don't think that really matters that much because it's...
Nice. Cool. It's still just a little frosty. It's not quite frozen up. It wasn't quite enough, but it definitely takes that damage. Anything else?
That is my action and bonus action, and I want to move, but I don't think I can without getting hurt, so
Yeah.
I will not.
Okay. Talarian.
Talarian will activate Blade Song with a bonus action. And then Talarian is going to draw his backup Wand of Binding and attempt to cast Hold Monster on the creature.
Love this.
Nice. Oh, hey, we got the
Did you get like a
nice,
2-for-1
we got the
special
nice
or
initiative
something?
where we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we did it. We did it, gang. So was it? Sorry, quiz.
DC 17 Wisdom save.
All right, it's plus 10. 25.
Okay, well that's very disappointing.
Fair enough. Fair
Just gonna
enough.
swim away dejectedly and end my turn.
All good. All good. Jindy. If it makes you feel better, it also has legendary resistances.
Jindy will move up, cast Hunter's Mark,
Yeah.
attack with her short sword, which is a 23
That'll hit.
for 7 points damage.
Nice.
Attack with her scimitar, which I always forget I can do that at advantage.
Yeah.
So 15, 23, 21
Yep.
for 8 points of slashing damage. That's her first attack.
Yep.
That works. Then she will sacrifice her second attack to
Yep.
give a command to Puppy, because Puppy's actually like way stronger than me
Yeah.
and has 2 attacks.
Nice.
So let's do Puppy's attacks. Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
So that gives me a 6 and a 7. So 13 on the dice
Nice.
plus her. So 18,
Yep.
19
Nice.
is how we do that maths.
Yep.
And her second attack is a 23
Nice.
for 12 points of damage.
Nice.
That's
Starting
all
to
of our
look pretty
things.
rough. With that blow, you managed to
Get to.
dissipate a little bit of this watery energy. It is definitely coming apart a little bit more than it was before, and it is effectively bloodied. All right. At the end of your turn, before Trixie's turn, it will take a legendary action, and since you just hit it, it is going to try and hit you back.
Fair.
And it will spend 2 to make a slam attack. That is natural 19 for 34 to hit. And that is going to be 13 bludgeoning damage, which is pretty low for that.
So was this me or Puppy?
This is you.
Okay.
You were the one that crit it, right?
Yeah, I was. Oh,
Yeah.
no, Puppy critted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I did say it was you. So.
Okay, fair. No, that's fair. I was just checking.
And 8 acid damage. Didn't roll particularly high on damage. Now it's Trixie's turn.
Okay. I look very sadly at my psychic daggers and my cool blowgun, and I rail against the DM that made me do underwater combat. And I take steady aim and I use the hand crossbow again.
All right.
And that is a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I can't remember the name of it, but I'm gonna reduce my
Yeah.
hit my
Take away a dice to.
dice from my sneak attack, which will take me to 66. 66 plus 1.
And what's the effect it does
76.
on it?
I'm going to try and poison it.
Okay.
So first of all, we'll see what the damage is like. 11 plus 3, 14, 25 damage.
Nice.
And then it's a DC 18 con save to see if it's poison.
Does it do any damage on that con save if it fails?
No, it gets the poison condition.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, the water snake is immune to being poisoned.
Oh, son of a gun. I also just want to imagine the comedy. It only says you have to carry a poisoner's kit on you.
Yeah.
But in the 6 seconds between rounds,
She's like
She's desperate
trying
for
to
without
poison the
causing a
thing,
chemical
and
spill.
it just kind of like goes into the water and just kind of
Yeah.
swirled up in it, and it's like,
oh, well.
what are you gonna do? Fantastic. All good, all good. All right. It is the it is the serpent's turn again, and let's see. It's got 3 potential targets here. I'm going to make a roll. It's going to attack Yagrima. And it will attempt to slam. That is an 18.
I will cast shield.
Okay. And then it will try and whip you with the tail again. And that one's only 16. That's not going to hit. You pings off the shield. And it's your turn.
Fabulous. I am going
Use that reaction.
to... let's just go for gold. I'm going to bonus action, activate my Wrath of the Sea, and hit it with 5d6... a DC 19 Constitution saving throw.
And save.
Yeah, take it.
25.
Okay,
Let's
I
see.
don't think it takes half damage on a save. Correct, it is fine.
Okay.
Yes. I will then use some movement to swim away.
Yep.
Like taking an opportunity attack if required.
All right. It will take a swing at you. That one is going to get you. That's a 32.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And that's not the right dice. This one. Where is this?
Mike, can you move me
Oh, I usually don't hit with this one. It's a different dice.
somewhere
This is the one I've been missing with.
far away?
All right.
You're next to anchovy now.
That's 13 bludgeoning damage and 13 acid damage. Very synchronized.
That's nice and even.
Yeah.
I've taken that damage so I can cast a cantrip.
Go for it.
I will cast Ray of Frost.
All right.
I'm rolling damage when I should be rolling.
It's all good.
I am too eager. That is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit. Yeah.
So 3d8 is 8, 8, 16, and 2 is 18.
Nice. Yeah.
Plus 5, sorry. So 23.
Nice. Yeah, you frosted up a little bit. It's starting to freeze up again. You think you would need to hit it with at least that much damage again to totally freeze it.
Its speed is also reduced by 10 feet until
Nice.
the start of my next turn.
All right.
That is my turn.
Fantastic. Delarian.
Look, Hold Monster was my one to do something that wasn't Lightning Bolt, but let's just go back to Old Faithful.
Go for it. Yep.
Lightning Bolt, please.
All right. Dex save?
Dex save and DC 18 for Lightning Bolt.
All right. That one's cocked. That is
Some good numbers there.
a failure. It will burn one of its legendary resistances to succeed.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good on Lightning Bolts. Good.
It might still be enough. It is looking pretty rough.
Okay, so let's count it out. 6, 16, 21, 25, 28, 30, 31 lightning.
How do you want to finish it off?
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to swim up so that I'm kind of like eye level with it. And then with a flick of the wand, summon up a crackle of lightning and just straight through the eyes.
Bam! As it rips it apart down the seam, as the water kind of dissipates, with a silent scream, it disappears into the water. And if you'd like, you have a few moments that you can mechanically take your short rest if you want to roll that. And while that is happening, while you are catching your breath metaphorically under the water, eventually the hue of the bubble over Ithel starts to change, and with a sudden thrum of power, the ritual encasing Ithel's inner district shifts. The dispersal of energy sends muck and debris up into the water all around the barrier, clouding you all in silt. When the cloud finally begins to settle, the dome covering the ritual site is now an eerie and malevolent green that illuminates the area in its sickly light. Reverberating through the water comes the steady sound of a baleful chanting. The summoning has begun. The children of Yotor are coming. And that is where we will pick up from next week. Thank you all for joining us.
Brendan.
We will have a big final battle for next episode. Hope you can tune in on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Thanks, and good night, everyone.
See ya.
Good night.
I cast that Hunter's Mark and then I...
You don't get a passive Arcana of 21 without ignoring some other aspects.
5.
You spend a spell slot. What?
You're still an octopus.
I'm large size as well.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. Can we just grab onto your tentacles?
Sure. I don't care for intro.
I'm not one for big fancy words like Fish Boy over there.
What do you plan to do?
Well,
He's got a 21 Arcana.